Hello and welcome to a brand new video in the series where I create a custom Pokemon set. We are still here with Season 2 of this, Maximum Power, and today we are doing Ash's Journey Team. Before we start that, let's do the comment card. Today's comment card is from at Rockets F8P. Yes, I know it was 8 days ago. I was on vacation, so I was like, I'm going to take a break from my hobbies. And this user says, make a Houndoom card. And I thought, all right, this is either Houndoom or Houndour or Houndstone. But I took it as Houndoom, and I hope that it was correct. So I have created Houndoom card for you. First of all, if you want your own card, if you would like me to create your own card, if you would like me to create a card for you, go ahead and comment down below what card you'd like me to see next. So first we have Houndour, and Houndour, obviously basic Pokemon, 70 HP, it's a fire type, retreat cost of 2, weak to water, and for 1 fire energy can use bite to do 20 damage. And then Houndoom, stage 1 evolves from Houndour, 110 HP, still fire type, still 2 retreat cost, still weak to water. For 1 fire energy, can use the Flaming Jealousy attack, which is 50 damage, but if your opponent took a prize card during the last turn, this attack does 100 more damage. So Houndoom can be used as a really good, not exactly really good, but a decent revenge attacker. And then for 2 fire, 1 colorless, you can use Overheat, which is 130 damage, but the downside of you have to discard all fire energy from Houndoom. I don't think Houndoom would see some play. I think it might be like a good good card in like a gym leader challenge deck. I don't know, but let's get into the main part of this video, which is Ash. I've had a firm realization that Pokemon should have done one of 2 things. Either number 1, they should have taken Ash out back and after Johto and have a new protagonist for the Hoenn series, or they should have kept with Ash up until now and still have him do gym leaders. I'm so pissed that in the Gen 8 series, Ash did not battle the Gen 8 gyms, because honestly, some of my favorite characters come from Gen 8. Piers, Raihan, Milo, which I understand that he did battle both Piers and Raihan, but like if he could have battled Milo and like all the Gordy and all the other Gen 8 gym leaders, that would have been better in my opinion. So first of all, let's just jump right into this. Ash's Pikachu. Pikachu is my second least favorite Pokemon, but I'm doing it just to do it. 90 HP, has the ability Cheer On, where attacks made by your Ash's Pokemon deal 20 more damage and cost 1 colorless energy less. And then for 2 electric and 1 colorless, Pikachu can use Thunderbolt, deal 120 damage, and discard all electric energy from this Pokemon. Tree cost of 1, weak to fighting. And then there's Ash's Max Pikachu, which, reminder that that a Max Pokemon takes, when you knock it out, your opponent takes 4 prize cards for knocking it out. So anyways, Ash's Max Pikachu EX has 350 HP, electric type, weak to fighting, retreat cost of 3, and its ability is Ace of the Team, where you can only put this in play by placing it on your active Ash's Pikachu. Kind of like evolving it, but you can do it turn 1. If any Pokemon tools are attached to this Pokemon, discard them, so this Pokemon can't hold Pokemon tools. And then for 2 electric and 2 colorless, you can use Volt Crash, which does 80 damage for each of your Ash's Pokemon in play. And then this Pokemon tool card, Pikachu Z, the Ash's Pikachu this card is attached to, can use the following attack, which, reminder, it's the Ash Pikachu with 90 HP, not the Max Pikachu, because Max Pikachu can't hold tools. Anyways, for 2 electric, 3 colorless, 10 million volt Thunderbolt, which does 350 damage, but then you discard all electric energy from the Pikachu. So if you have 3 Pikachu in play, then that's 2 electric energy to do 350 damage, which is a lot, but you actually have to get the Pokemon in play. How do you get them in play? Ash's Dragonite. First, they're all Ash's Dratini, 50 HP, Dragon type, retreat cost of 1. For an electric colorless, can use Twister to deal 30 damage. Ash's Dragonair evolves from Ash's Dratini, 80 HP, Dragon type, no retreat cost. Dragon Beam for 30 for 1 colorless, and then for Water Electric colorless, Splashing Cyclone does 60 damage, and then you may switch your opponent's active Pokemon to your opponent's bench, and your opponent chooses his new active Pokemon. And then Ash's Dragonite, 140 HP, Dragon type, no retreat cost, with the ability Graceful Flight, where if you play when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability and you search your deck for 3 Ash's Pokemon with no rule box and put them onto your bench, and then shuffle your deck. And then for Water Electric and so that's how you're going to get your Pikachus and your other Pokemon in play. In fact, you could also get other Dragonair in play, so you can evolve them into Dragonite, so you can use the Graceful Flight ability again, because it's only when you evolve one of your Pokemon. And then for Water Electric colorless, Swirling Cyclone does 100 damage, and then you can switch your opponent's active Pokemon to your opponent's bench. Your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon. So a stronger version of Dragonair's Splashing Cyclone. And then Ash's Gengar. So Ash's Ghastly has 40 HP, Darkness, retreat cost of 1, weak to Grass, and for 1 Darkness energy, you can use the attack Smog Spew, where your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. And then we have Ash's Haunter, which has 70 HP, Darkness type, yep. Weak to Grass, or Plant, I don't really know what that's called. I'm just going to call it Grass, because it's been calling it Grass. Retreat cost of 1. For Darkness energy, you can use Astonish for 20. For Darkness colorless, Peekaboo does 40 damage. However, you can flip a coin. If heads, it does 20 more damage. And then, after that is Ash's Max Gengar EX, which has 410 HP, 2 retreat costs, weak to Grass, and the ability Dream Swallower, where once during your turn you may use this ability, your opponent reveals their hand, and you may discard as many trainer cards as you like from your opponent's hand. And then for 2 Darkness, 1 colorless, you can use Nightmare Lick, which does 110 HP. And then you flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Not a lot of damage, but that ability is broken. It stops your opponent from using trainer cards. Honestly, Ash's Max Gengar would probably be used in a control deck, maybe even without other Ash's Pokemon. And then we have Ash's Lucario. Ash's Riolu has 60 HP, retreat cost of 1. Weak to Psychic because it's fighting type. For 1 colorless energy, quick attack for 10. And then for fighting colorless, Practice Punch does 30 damage. However, you flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for an Ash's Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. If tails, put 3 damage counters on this Pokemon. Then that revolves into Ash's Mega Lucario EX, which has 320 HP. Fighting type, weak to Psychic, tree cost of 2, with the ability Mega Bond, where once in your turn you may discard an Ash's Pokemon from your hand. If you discard a card in this way, attacks made by this Pokemon do 80 more damage. And then for fighting colorless, Ultimate Aura Sphere does 290 damage. However, you put 6 damage counters on the Mega Lucario. So we'll see a card later that can boost this card's damage by a lot. But if you have 2 Ash's Pikachu down, then this Mega Lucario is going to be doing 330 damage for 1 fighting energy, with downside of you put 6 damage counters on itself. So, Ash's Surfetch. This is one of the most broken cards, and you'll see why after. First, Ash's Galarian Farfetch has 80 HP, so you can't search for it with Buddy Buddy Poffin. 80 HP, fighting energy, fighting type, weak to Psychic, tree cost of 2. However, for 1 colorless energy, you use Flail Around, which does 10 damage for each damage counters on this Pokemon. And then for fighting colorless, you can use Leak Strike for 40. And then it evolves to Ash's Surfetched, which has 130 HP, tree cost of 1, weak to Psychic, and for 4 fighting energy and 1 colorless, you can use the attack Meteor Assault, which does 250 damage and 50 damage to itself. Now you may be thinking to yourself, hey, an energy cost of 5 or 4 with 1 Pikachu on a 1 prizer with kind of low HP. Why would I play this? Why is this broken? Come on, you said this was broken. And that, my friend, is because of this next card, Ash's Dracovish. Dracovish is like in my top 5 favorite Pokemon, so I just wanted to make a deck with it that was really powerful. And Surfetch is definitely like my top 100, top 150 favorite Pokemon. Anyways, Ash's Dracovish, 100 HP, Dragon type, tree costs a 3, and has the ability Steady the Sword, where you ignore all fighting energy in attacks made by your active Ash's Surfetch. So, with one Dracovish and one Pikachu, Surfetch has a 270 damage move that I can use for free, with the downside of it does 50 damage to itself. This is what I meant by broken. And then for Water, Electric, Colorless, Fossilized Wraparound, 40 damage. However, you can't your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat. This thing is just for support. This thing is just to support Surfetch. So now we get into our supporter card, which is Ash himself, the main guy himself. Pokemon Master Ash, where if you have exactly 6 Ash's Pokemon in play, attacks made by Ash's Pokemon deal 100 more damage. So Ultimate Aura Sphere with 2 Pikachu can do, and an Ash can do 430 damage. Ash's Pikachu, just the normal one with the Pikachu EMZ, for 2 electric energy and 3 Pikachu in play, and the supporter card. This is doing like 590 damage, I'm pretty sure. No, not 590. 500, like 10, 500. I can't do math, but it's a lot of damage. And then finally, Surfetch is doing a buttload of damage, like 370 damage for no energy. Like, this is meant to be a broken deck. This is meant to be a broken deck, and I feel like Pokemon would make this a broken deck because Pikachu. Because it's Pikachu, and Pokemon can milk money out of Pikachu, and if Pikachu is not only the mascot, it is also an extremely playable card, then they can have like an illustration rare for the normal Pikachu and a SIR for the max Pikachu, and they can be printing money. So I do think they would actually do this. And then Dragonite's popular, Gengar's popular, so they could get illustration rares and special illustration rares. Lucario's popular, would get a special illustration rare. Surfetch and Dracovish, not that much popular, but you do need the Pikachu to make it work, in my opinion. So, and then Ash would obviously get an SIR. So I feel like Pokemon could actually make a bunch of money by printing out these cards. And that is all I have for you today. If you subscribe at 500 subscribers, I will open a Mega Evolution Elite Trainer box, which may not seem a lot compared to YouTubers like not Little Dark Fury. Oh my goodness. Although Little Dark Fury is a really great YouTuber, and I really recommend watching him. But it may not seem a lot compared to Deep Pocket Monster, who has deep pockets, Pokerev, all the other guys who just open up a crap ton of packs. But like, trust me, this is a lot. So I wanted to get like a big pack opening. Well, in my opinion, for my budget, at a milestone. I feel like 500 subscribers is that milestone. So if you could please subscribe, it would mean a lot, and it'd show me that you will enjoy watching this. So subscribe, like the video, and comment below what card you want to see next. And finally, y'all have a good day.